Spoilers, game. What are you doing cutting to that scene? This is like so quiet with my air conditioning on. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I have the air conditioner on. It's warm. It's staying on. I hope that is understandable. Yeah, I heard the kids were talking about some new Zelda game. So I'm playing Zelda. I think this is the right one. Nah, I'm playing Ocarina of Time. I have not played the N64 version in forever. Apparently I had a test file. Goodbye. Alright. So weird, I've not played this with Rumble. And these controllers have Rumble. So I am experiencing that for the first time. Put my mic a little closer to me. So I'm not going to be like reading the dialogue or anything like that. Like I've played this game like so many times. I think I've beaten it 4 separate times on the 3DS. Maybe 5. I used all 3 of the normal version saves, and I used at least 2 of the Master Quest saves. So I like this game a lot. I played it a lot. I'm not gonna. If you're watching this for me to sit there and do everything dialogue wise, that's not what I'm playing this for. So I apologize. Let's go. It's funny when actually, you know, I'm not gonna talk about what I'm gonna talk about because it's a little bit spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers for that. There's a thing that I was gonna mention, but I'm not going to mention it. It's like it's not that much of spoilers, but you know, it's early in that time with that game coming out, so I don't want to, like, you know, ruin the fun for anyone. Look at this, 20 FPS. This is the normal frame rate for Ocarina of Time on the N64. This is not the game running poorly. This is just how it looked. It's great, isn't it? That's right, when Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom run bad, they run like this, so there you have it. 20 is doable. Alright. Let me wake up. I don't want to wake up. You know, this is not spoilers, but I just realized I don't think in Tears of the Kingdom you don't wake up. That's like the Link thing. They finally broke that convention with Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if there's been... Well, no, because he's awake at the start of Majora's Mask. I think Majora's Mask might be the only other one. Majora's Mask and Tears of the Kingdom are the only Zelda games that we know of where Link does not wake up at the start He's already awake. At least at like the first time that you see him. Hello, Sario.
No.
Goodbye. Oh, I ran past her. I finally have a fairy. Alright, so first tasks. Make money. So that I may buy shield. This was my first Zelda game, believe it or not. Ah, that's right, I can't lift these right now. Rock! It would honestly be kind of fun. Spoilers, they don't do this. If they had specifically rocks designed based on these rocks in like Tears of the Kingdom. Because the rocks that they had in Breath of the Wild are like a little bit flatter looking. I don't know. They look a little more like normal rocks. But these rocks are special. Oh, that's so weird. Can I turn that off? I forgot that there are multiple ways they've had where you can target. Is that just the default? Is Z targeting just tap to toggle in this game? It might be. What? Okay. I'm going. I need my sword and my shield before I can go see the Great Echo Tree. I don't remember how much the shield costs, so I'm just gonna try to get money. Oh, there's rumble on that. Ah, the rock. I don't remember how many rupees, but I got 25, so I'm doing good. Wait, get down. feel like it's like 30. I thought that would give me money again. Because all the rocks and stuff respawn, so I was like, oh, maybe the money there is back. Maybe all of the money's still gone, but the things just respawned. Let's climb up here. Maybe it's not available that way. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna work my way up. Okay. That should be enough, I think. No. $40. I was close. Okay, I'm at 34. Come on. Also, if I cough at all, I don't remember if I have or not. I am a little sick right now. Unfortunately, after our adventures with Gwen's family for her sister's graduation, where I was gone the weekend before last, I got a little sick. Actually, the thing I was helping my mother with on that Saturday, like just this past Saturday, that was keeping me from streaming. I was coming down with it then, so I like stopped like earlier in the day than expected. I was still there longer than I thought. Like I was there from like 12:30, like 12:20, 12:30 to like 4:30ish. Then I went home, wrapped myself up in a blanket burrito, and didn't want to talk to you. This text speed is slow. Oh, I got that money again. Nope, there it is. But yeah, I had to leave early. I wrapped myself up in a blanket and laid on the bed watching YouTube for a while. It's weird. It gets a little worse every night. Like, right now I'm not too bad, but at night the cough really kicks in. Let's save. Hello. I do. Hello, Great Deku Tree. I would legitimately love, not necessarily for this to be in the style of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or anything like that, but like I would love an HD port or remake. I don't care of Ocarina of Time. Like I love the 3DS version a lot, but I would love to see this game like in like proper HD, all dolled up. Like literally, like give it the Metroid Prime remastered treatment. I would lose my mind if I could own this on like not necessarily the Switch, but like whatever's coming after the Switch. If they did like an HD Ocarina of Time, that would be so huge. Like I would lose my mind. I would be so excited. Yes, let's climb the wall. I don't know. I would be so hyped for that. Like it doesn't have to be this game. Like obviously, like I would be excited if they did really any of the other Zelda games. Like if they just gave it another port or like another like remaster or remake, whatever. Well, I guess ideally a remake or a remaster of like some game. Oh, there we go. But like I don't know, like we've seen all of the other 3D ones get a remaster or a remake so far. You know, because we've seen the remasters of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. We've seen the remasters of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. We've seen the remaster of Skyward Sword. So it's like they really covered all of their 3D bases. The games we haven't seen get that type of a treatment have been the DS games, which obviously are difficult to do. They are designed around having two screens. So those would be really tricky. Deku Siege. But yeah, like I don't know, it would definitely be really tricky to do the dual screen games unless whatever they do next has two screen functionality. Which honestly, that would be a really cool way to highlight that. Would be to do like a sort of new and improved version of like a new and improved version of like Phantom Hourglass or something. Because that's a game that like was really well done. It just had some issues, and so like it could use like a little bit of streamlining, and you know they did that with Wind Waker, and I think they can do that with Phantom Hourglass. And if they do like a 2-screen console, that would be a really awesome way to like kind of like showcase that. But it would also mean that it would be a game that would like only run. So like hypothetically, like in this world I'm thinking of where this exists, the console would have a dock, like a docked and a non-docked experience. Similar to the Switch, but one would involve, basically it would be like you'd take the concept of a Switch where you have like the dock and the console itself, but you would make the console separate from the screen that is portable. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But it would basically like allow you to have the screen separate, kind of set up like a like Wii U gamepad. Well, you have the TV on the screen, but then you would just redock the screen and controllers to the actual main unit, or something to that effect. I don't know, just something that would like give you the ability to like play it in that sort of a way. Oh, I'll screw that up. Back you go. Heart. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't remember what's in that chest. I don't feel like I always grabbed it. It's a heart. That's why. Yeah. Alright, now... Aha. There's a lot of Skulltulas here. Like gold Skulltulas. Of course. Oh, I saved it before it burned out. Come on. Two, three, one. The Zelda numbers. No. Feel like, yeah, it's gotta rise against him. I felt like vague these textures are. Like, there's like no detail on like anything. Let's push the block. Yeah. I wasn't close enough to the door. It was too slow. Yep, they're there. I have successfully made the full loop. Though I will say, if you want to see what this game actually looked like, it is so much weirder than you would think. Here, let me see. Alright, can I... How do I switch which mode I'm in? So that I can like work on something before switching scenes. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna remember this. Studio mode. Here we are. Cool. Okay. Nope, that did not work. Whoops. Oh yeah, that did work. I'm a fool. Here, give me a quick second. So yeah, I need a video capture device. Okay. Divide that by 3, 4. Oh, that's right. Okay. So, okay. So it needs to be cropped by 240 left, 240 right. And the size will be... Alright, so I've got... I apologize for this random tangent of making a nice simulated version of a Switch. No, don't do that. Let's do point scaling. Yeah, let's scale it to inner bounds. Don't mind me. Oh wait, but it needed to be... and then let's see... Is that good? Is that right? Did I do it right? Let me see. That's pretty much it, yeah. So this is what this game originally looked like. You like that? Alright, wait, let me put this to a higher quality on my phone so I can verify. Honestly, I feel like it still looks too good. Maybe it's because it's on my phone. Here, wait, let me... Hard to say. It doesn't look like it's running in 240p to me right now. So maybe it didn't work. I tried. Alright. Well, that's enough of that. Turn off studio mode. I was close. I thought it would work by allowing me to set the scale and then stretch it to the size that I wanted, but it does not work that way. Unfortunately. Alright, I'm back. Okay. At least I don't think it worked. It's hard to tell. Alright. Moving on. Gotcha. I knew your secret. It's actually kind of smart. they hide her behind your thing, so you can kind of see that something's there. But not well. Unless you look directly. But then you walk in, and now you can't see. You can hear it, and you see a little bit of the eye peeking out. And you gotta make eye contact. What a fun, like, little gimmick. Now. Gotcha. Yeah. So what I was trying to do earlier, though, is I was trying to set the game to 240p, because this game ran at 240p, 20 frames per second on the N64, from what I remember. And I think it actually ran at 30 FPS, 240p on the 3DS. Like, the 3DS version of this game had a higher resolution. Think about that. That had a higher resolution and a wider screen. So more stuff was on screen at once. It's harder to call things as easily. It was rendering it as 2 separate screens, one for each eye, and had the bottom screen loaded up at all times as well, while looking better than the original, which was such a great way to showcase the 3DS being significantly stronger than the N64, because, like, I would say the DS was very good at replicating N64 style graphics. The only thing it didn't do as much, and this might have been a, like, conscious decision to not do this as much, but it does not, like, anti-alias the textures as much. Like, if a pixel gets scaled up on a 3D text, like a 3D model's texture, that pixel is just big. It's the exact same on this. It gets blurry. So, like, that would have been the main difference, is that on a DS it would not have been blurry. It would have been crisp, clear pixels in most cases. But, like, that's more of a matter of just, I think that was, like, conscious decisions that they were making, like, about how they wanted it to look on the DS. The DS is a smaller thing. You don't need to blur the textures as much. It's kind of like a wasteful operation. So just to save and conserve what you could do, it just made sense to not blur any of the textures. And I think that was a thing done game by game. I don't think that would have been something that was just, like, literally system-wide, not by choice. But yeah, like, I think, I don't know, like, it was a really cool way to highlight the power of the 3DS to remake an N64 game in a way that, like, looked like it could have been, like, a GameCube game, honestly. Like, I think Ocarina of Time 3D, I think, still holds up to this day as pretty good. Like, it looks visually appealing. They stylized it a bit more. Grezzo did an amazing job. Like, I don't know, it just looks great. It does not look like it should be on a 3DS, and it was, like, one of the earliest games on the 3DS. It was so good. Honestly, I think that's something that Nintendo needs to lean on more. is kind of like games that showcase what a system can do, because that's really when they always excel. Like if you look at like Wii Sports, all it is a showcase, it is a tech demo of what the Wii can do, and that game sold the Wii. Like a lot of people think that, oh yeah, the Wii sold that game. And it's like, yes, but that game sold the Wii. The casual market would not have bought the Wii if it did not come with that game. Wii Sports was an iconic game for Nintendo, and I think like any launch titles that you have on a system, you want to showcase what it can do. I think the Wii U had Nintendo Land. I think that did a phenomenal job doing that. I think the Wii U just was not very well marketed. The 3DS though didn't have anything like that for a long time. Like it just didn't have its own big games for a while. Like some of the first big games that like really showcased that, oh, this is a pretty strong system compared to the DS was like Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition. I think was probably one of the most polished looking games early in its lifespan. But yeah, no, like I don't know, it's phenomenal. When they like do something like that. I think the Switch didn't have that, but it had Breath of the Wild, which the Wii U did too. But it had Breath of the Wild, and it wasn't a Wii U, and I think that was a big selling point. And it was better than the Wii U. So it's like, why would I buy the Wii U with Breath of the Wild if I don't have a Wii U when I can just buy the Switch, which is awesome, and have Breath of the Wild as well? You know, I could play Breath of the Wild anywhere. Why would I play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U? So like, I think that was a big point for it. And it really didn't have its own like big, this is how strong the Switch is game for a little while. And the Switch is honestly, it's not much stronger than the Wii U. So it's like, there's not really any big things other than like, oh wow, I could take this on the go type selling point games. But I think whatever comes after the Switch needs to have a good like selling point game, and I think what they need is something that really demonstrates some major strength very well. Like I think 1-2 Switch was a really good option for the Switch on that, but it didn't end up being that because they didn't bundle it. 1-2 Switch needed to be a bundle game. If 1-2 Switch was the Wii Sports of the Switch, I think it would have sold well. I think it would have done pretty all right. Because it was a fun game. Like I played it with friends and had a good time. Like I own a copy. I bought a copy. Like it wasn't like a gift or something. I bought that for myself. It's just a fun game. But yeah, like I think the Switch didn't have a big thing like that, but I think the Switch was such a huge idea that the idea itself helped sell. But like I don't know, I think they need something that's like big, and I think a big way you can do that is something that takes like there's a few things you can do. So like obviously there's the like, oh look how good the graphics can be on this system type games, like the big graphical selling point games. I think remasters and remakes are a really good option for that because, like, you know, if you see a comparison between Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time 3D, like, it is a huge upgrade. Like, it is a massive, phenomenally well done upgrade. Like, that is a huge remaster. And it makes you realize, like, wow, this is so much stronger than an N64. And it's in my pocket. I think the Switch didn't really get a major game like that. The closest is probably something like Metroid Prime Remastered, and that's really late in the lifespan of the Switch overall. Hello. Goodbye. It's so much easier to do this on an N64 because it has a notched control spot, the control stick. On the 3DS, the easiest is the side hop method. But this is faster than side hops as long as you get the angle and to hold it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Money. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think if they did like a, you know, whatever comes next, a few big things they could do would be some sort of like remaster or remake, to like really send home graphical improvements. And I know Nintendo doesn't like to like make that a focus, but like it's a pretty easy thing to do with like a remaster or remake, and then you still get people like getting to experience a game that is really good, you know, again. So like I think that would be just a good option for them to have kind of in their back pocket. A nice like, ooh, it's a nice remaster remake game, you know? Screwing it up. Doing this with a stick is so much harder. No! I wasted one. No! Oh, I missed two. Gave me a free retry. Alright. Oh, I was one off. Dang it. No! Oh, that's too bad. I'm throwing. Oh, I threw. I don't have enough money anymore. I wasted it all. Oh, it's so much harder when you don't have motion controls. It's so much harder. Nothing here yet. I thought she would give me something, but I don't think she does. Oh, wait, no, she gives you something if you meet her out here now. I have to go back and then back again. Yep. Oh, that's right. I was like, I know the pathing for the most part by heart. And then I got mixed up by Master Quest. I was like, oh, is it that corner? No. No, it's not. God, night and day are so short in this game. Oh, crap. I didn't realize there was a guard right there. Oh, now I get to do it in hard mode. Yeah. I was just in like just the wrong spot to hold on to that well. Alright. Oops, forgot to get... You get off at the dirt mound. Forgot about that. What in tarnation? But yeah, I don't know. I think if they did like another remaster or like a remake of Ocarina of Time, or even like if they did like an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask like, double pack for whatever comes after the Switch, like that would be a huge, awesome release right there, to like demonstrate graphical updates, and then release something else along the early point to kind of demonstrate like the sort of like technical feats, like I don't know, I think that would be awesome. Because, like, they always have a tech demo game, but, like, a graphics demo game's always nice, too. You know? I feel like I only need the one, right? Nope. Unless I just screwed that up. Did I just screw that up? No. I do need both. That's easy. Alright. Pushing this in place so that I may jump. I may jump. I honestly don't know if I can have that sequence at night. Hi, Moon. God, look how fast it goes. It's literally just like zooming. It's almost halfway through night. And we are now like halfway through night. One thing a lot of people don't know, so I'm just gonna, just in case I can only do the Zelda thing during the day. If you haven't looked at it, I don't know if it's gonna be super visible from where I'm at. But if you haven't noticed, the top of Hyrule Castle actually does match the top of Hyrule Castle in Smash. Like, that is just the top of Hyrule Castle. Alright, daytime. Let's go in. All right. Teehee. This part of the game's used to frustrate me to no end as a kid, but now it's just goofy. And bonk. All right. Perfect timing already. I'm going. Look at that. Look at that. Uncatchable. Mario! Let's go! Bowser. Hi, Zelda. I love how you can see like the top teeth just look. And then Link's just like. It's just so goofy. I love this game visually. Man, I don't know. Just like imagine a game releasing that's like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask or both, but visually looking like it does not belong on a Nintendo console. Like it's on par with like a freaking like PS5 game or something. Like, cause like honestly, Metroid Prime Remastered is gorgeous. Like, I don't, it doesn't look like an actual like PS5 game necessarily, or like a Xbox Series X game or something. But for a game on the Switch, it does not look like it runs on a Switch. It looks like it runs on literally anything but a Switch, like something stronger. I want that experience for an Ocarina of Time or like Majora's Mask or both type game. And like the other thing is, if they did that, because it's been since the 3DS since they released those games again, and you know it's been a while. I guess probably the Wii U eShop as well, but like you know, it's been a while since it was playable. In you know, I mean, I guess it's on the Switch right now, but like it's been a while since it was like nice and looked pristine, like since the 3DS, and like that was like 2012. It's been more than 10 years since Ocarina of Time 3D came out. Like someone pointed out, Ocarina of Time 3D is almost as old now as Ocarina of Time was when Ocarina of Time 3D came out. So like that's a long while. I don't know. It would just be cool. I would be happy. I think other options would be, you know, if they could find a way to do it, I would love to see, like, remasters of some of the, you know, like, Phantom Hourglass, Link, and Spirit Tracks, you know, like the DS games with Toon Link and stuff. I would love to see those get redone. I was really hoping that they could on like the Wii U, because that would have been awesome. Just use like Wind Waker HD's engine, you know, but running at like slightly lower poly counts, you know, just like lower level of detail basically in the engine, because the cameras are just further away naturally. And then bring them in, and it's like, oh, it's just Wind Waker HD Link up close. I just think that would be awesome. But then, yeah, never came to be, but I would have been so happy if it was. Alright, show me the man. Show me the man. Look at the man. Wow, that's Ganondorf, man. It's interesting, the plural in this game is Gerudos, but nowadays it's Gerudo. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it would be awesome to allow people to re-experience some of those games. The other option would be, and this would be kind of a little further out there, but I think it'd be super cool to see like remakes of Minish Cap, Four Swords, and maybe Four Swords Adventures, but that's a harder one because that one had the implication of having 4 side screens and 1 main screen. But I don't know, I just think it would be fun. You can tell Gwen also has the sick. I will find the other 2 spiritual stones. She took my chicken. Took my chicken. I am now without a chicken. Hello, Impa. Take me away. Yeah, and it's also the Shikas.
I've got coughing so bad that, like, not my stomach, but, like,
You're a courageous boy. Teach me a song. Left, up, right. Left, up, right.
oh, yeah. Jordan was joking. Like, he was kind of chatting after a while. And he was like, your dad's probably going to have to learn how to work. And I was like, he always has a good time. I was like, this is a big boy excitement.
Alright, there we go. So I'm not going to be doing the next dungeon or anything, but I'll kind of like roam that general direction. I think I'm going to get to Kakariko and kind of call it a stream. But, yeah, if you have Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, or expansion pass, definitely play Ocarina of Time. If you like Breath of the Wild, if you like Tears of the Kingdom, play other Zeldas too. I'm not gonna gatekeep like the one dude did on Twitter and say you're not a real Zelda fan if you haven't played them. But I think the way I would put it is Zelda is broken into 4 main groups, like Zelda fans. There's classic 2D fans. So those are your fans of the original game, your fans of the, you know, like Link to the Past, fans of, you know, all of the, literally just all of the 2D games. Then there's the classic 3D fans, which are fans of things like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, all of those games. Then there's the, what I call the, like, open air fans, or as they put it, you know, like, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, are the open air Zelda games. Those games are kind of their own genre of Zelda, like subgenre of Zelda. They're very much their own brand. So like, I can understand why someone might like those and not the other Zelda games. So that's a subset of Zelda fans. Still Zelda fans, but that's a subset. And then there's what I kind of consider like the generalist Zelda fans, the ones who love the 3D, love the 2D, love the open air, you know, love them all. Or at least some combination therein. And, you know, that's not to say that, like, you know, because I would consider myself, like, a classic 3D fan. I love Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker. Wind Waker's my favorite Zelda, like Twilight Princess. All of those games, love them. Skyward Sword. Great games. But I think that, at the end of the day, so I'm gonna save. But yeah, like I think with I don't know, like my like of Zelda games, like 3D classic fan, I would say is what defines me. But when you kind of factor in the other games, like I do like the 2D games for the most part. I have not beaten most of them like in their original forms. I struggle to play through them because I don't know, like older games just don't appeal to me in the same way, so I don't play them as much. It's just kind of me. But I think they're super well made. I understand why they're awesome. I respect them. I love watching people play them. I just don't enjoy playing them myself. Like I watched my brother play through like the entirety of A Link to the Past in a night, and it was super fun. Like when I was a kid, and like I love doing that type of stuff. Like I love experiencing those games. I just don't love playing them myself necessarily. But then with Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, I'm kind of in a similar position where they're not my favorite games to play. I think Tears of the Kingdom is by far leagues more fun for me than Breath of the Wild was. But when I finished Breath of the Wild, I was like, that was a very awesome game. Very good experience. It's just not what I like out of Zelda. So it's like an 8 out of 10 for me. But it's still like a really good good opinion on it. And I still love Breath of the Wild, still love Tears of the Kingdom. But like my favorite Zelda is still going to be Wind Waker at the end of the day. I don't think it's a better Zelda game than Wind Waker. I think sheer technical game stuff, it's probably a better game, I would admit, but I would not say, for me, it is a better Zelda game. And, like, I don't know, I think that... Navi's trying to tell me where to go. I don't know, I just love that, like, classic 3D Zelda style. Like, I'm a sucker for the formula, what can I say? But, I don't know, like, I love Zelda in general. Like, it's awesome. It's such a fun series that I love so much, and I think it's pointless to gatekeep it when it's like, one, it's hard for people to play these games. Like literally, if you've played Zelda in the past 7 years and you've only played on the Switch, it over time released, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, the original game. Like those all drop fed over time, but like for a long time, Breath of the Wild was the only one. If you didn't have Nintendo Switch Online, Breath of the Wild was the only one, other than like Hyrule Warriors, and then eventually Skyward Sword HD. Like Skyward Sword HD was a lot of people's first 3D Zelda games. Literally, because like of the classic 3D ones, because before that there was just Breath of the Wild on the Switch, and then now there's Ocarina of Time. I don't even think Majora's Mask is out yet, but it's coming, But I don't know. Don't gatekeep, but I fully support sharing the love of these games. If you haven't played Ocarina of Time, if you haven't played Majora's Mask, and you have a Switch, play Ocarina of Time. If you have a 3DS, play either of those. If you have a Wii U, for whatever reason, play Wind Waker HD, play Twilight Princess HD. If you have a Wii and you have the GameCube version or the Wii version accessible, get Wind Waker, get Twilight Princess Twilight Princess GameCube or Wii, like play it. They're awesome games. You will love them. Zelda is great. Like every Zelda game is an icon of its generation. And I think even if you don't love the game, you like me can experience it in a way that allows you to see why people love that game. So do that. That's my call to action at the end of this stream. But anyways, that's enough from me. I've rambled at you enough about my love of Zelda and how you should love Zelda too. So yeah, so thank you so much if you join me live or after the fact. Either way is cool with me as long as you've had some fun. That said, I am going to go do human things as humans do, and you probably should too. So thank you so much. Goodbye. Hopefully I will be back this Saturday. There are some things going on right now where I may or may not, kind of on short notice, not be streaming. I will let you know. But right now, there's just a lot going on. So if something is going on, I will tell you. I will say, hey, I'm not going to be streaming. I'm busy with something. And I'll let you know. But yeah, that's all. That's all from me. Goodbye. I'm going over here now so that I can actually click the button.